for example, at a bank, I was getting like $12 an hour, and I was jumping from being a banker to a teller. I was being told what to do. I was there all day, working 40 hours a week, and I was getting $400 a week. And I decided, like, you know, my time is worth more than this. So a realtor showed up into the bank while I was working there, and he deposited 3 checks. I remember them clearly: $40,000, $60,000, and $96,000, all at the same time. And I'm like, what the hell? Did you just sell a house, like your own house? And I'm like, this is a commission from my deals. And I looked at his shirt; it said Remax. From there, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Like, I'm wasting my time, my life. These people are so hard on me, telling me what to do, make calls, do this, do that. For $12 an hour, I can be doing a lot more for my time. And that's when I got my real estate license. I studied. The good thing about that is that once I did get my license, I picked up a client at the bank, and that was my first deal. That was the most money I ever made in one shot. It was $9,000. And 6 months later, I spent it all. I spent it on partying, on buying clothes, on stupid stuff, you know? And then...
So you were 20?
I was 23.
23 at that time.
And 6 months later, I was broke. I got into a really dark space. You know, I was really depressed because when you make that amount at that age in one shot, more money than you ever seen in your bank account, the most I had before that was $4,000, and I spent like 2 years saving that up. It's a big high. It's like dopamine. When you get like a check for $15,000 is dopamine, and it's like having a drug inside of you. You're so stimulated that when you don't have that anymore, you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what to do after that. So I didn't have anything else. Had no deals in my pipeline. I had nothing. And from there, I got into a really dark space. You know, I was very depressed. I was actually having suicidal thoughts. And then I joined a company, and my friend, I did an open house for him, and he recommended me to someone. He said that someone needed a team member on their team. And that person was the person who needed a team was the person who walked in that bank that day. Coincidentally, they were friends.
It wasn't coincidence for me. It was
so
meant
I'm
to
like,
be.
so I joined his team as his buyer's agent. And from there, that's when my career really started. As far as the stability, the security that I got, he supplied me with leads. And that year working with him, I made 60 grand, which was the most I ever made in my life at that point. And I was so grateful. And, you know, I call him up and I say, hey, listen, like, I'm so grateful. Till this day, I'm so grateful for you helping me out. You don't know where I was when you added me to your team. And to this day, I'm very grateful that happened.
It was the jump start for you. Something really, I always talk about this. You have to become the millionaire, because if you're not the millionaire yet, all the money that you're going to earn, you're going to spend. Mm-hmm. You have to become the successful business owner, because if you don't become that person, you also can lose everything. Just the way you lost $9,000 because you haven't become the person to know how administrate.
Mm-hmm. You mean have a millionaire mindset, even if you're not a millionaire?
Yeah.
Like in your head, you should be a millionaire already. That's what you mean?
Not just in the head. The actions. Become that person. Mm-hmm. Because I know many people that become a millionaire 3 or 4 times. Not become. I mean, they got rich, wealth, but they didn't become the wealth person. Yeah. And then they lost everything.
So they got rich.
Like a mindset, right? Yeah. And actions and how you behave. One
habits.
thing that is interesting about your story, the person that actually inspired you, that went to... See, I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in God. Like the person that went there and deposited those checks, and you're like, what the hell I'm doing with my life? They're making money, and I'm here making $12 an hour. Yeah. And then that person inspired you to go to real estate, and a few years later, you're there working with that person. That's amazing.
Absolutely. And I grew up in pretty much my entire family, on like my father's side, they're very business savvy. So I've always felt like I had that spirit, that intuition on how to run a business, but I never really like dove deep into it. My father, he has been an investor since we moved to Florida. His family in DR, they have businesses over there and stuff like that. So I kind of was raised in that type of environment. But me being a kid, wanting to be a kid, I was stupid with my money. But that failure is what taught me how to run a business. And joining him on his team, he showed me the ropes on how to run his business. He showed me how he ran his business, and that opened up my eyes. And I'm like, you have to spend money to make money in most cases.